welcome to What's Up Ocala. I'm your host, Andrew Praber, and today I will be talking about the top questions I get on a daily basis about Ocala. I know we've covered some of those a couple weeks back, but we are going to continue in that vein. Some of these you'll probably already know, but you may be surprised by some of this information too, so hold on to that. All right, so one of the top questions I get is about the weather here in Ocala throughout the year. And I would say that Ocala does have seasons. Summer in Ocala is, of course, very long. We've got some long, hot days during that time. And the best way to really feel an Ocala summer is to get dressed in a very nice outfit for like work, including socks, shoes, maybe even pantyhose or whatever, and go step into a wet sauna. That basically describes our July and August. Now, you don't just get to lie down in there either. You got to do like yard work or paperwork or something, or maybe go jogging while you're in the wet sauna. Then add a really bright kind of hot light bulb above your head, and that's a pretty good rundown of our July and August. So we basically avoid it. We hang out in the air conditioning. That's pretty much how you get through July and August. We get about 15 minutes of torrential downpour every afternoon, and the heat is right around 90 to 105 degrees. I know it doesn't sound like that's that hot, but trust me, it is. Ocala winters, however, which is coming up soon, are incredibly short. The temperatures range maybe in the cooler or low around 45, and then by noon it's in the 60s. So it's actually pretty lovely. Once in a while, you will have a day or two of freezing overnight temperatures. So, of course, you got to protect your plants and stuff that are out there. But throughout the year, we can basically expect rain at various points throughout the year, but especially in those summer months, we can expect a lot more rain during that time frame. In terms of extreme temperatures, we actually don't have extreme temperatures. We don't have frigid conditions. It very rarely gets down below the 31 degrees and have a frost or whatever a few days, and that's about it. Especially scorching heights getting into, above that 105, again, very rarely. So it kind of makes an overall comforting, appealing place to live, and it allows us most of the year to really enjoy a lot of outdoor activities throughout the year, which is great. That's why we love living here. That's why we love visiting. It's fantastic. So another question that I get are there any good schools in Ocala? Oh my, that's such a big question. Ocala has a huge, diverse educational landscape because it is such a huge area. When I say Ocala, I of course mean the Marion County Public School System or Marion County as a whole. Basically, there is a lot of educational opportunities for families and individuals alike. We have both the public school system, we have the virtual public school system, we have a whole slew of homeschooling opportunities, of course. There's also a lot of private schools, both with a religious background and also those that are non-denominational or also that are actually not religious at all. So you could go to, the Lutheran school, or you could go to the Catholic Trinity High School, or there's just all sorts of stuff, or you could go to a school like Cornerstone. So all sorts of stuff, all sorts of different opportunities. In fact, we offer some of the best elementary schools in the state that are charter schools. We have Dr. N.H. Jones, as well as Madison Street Academy. Calessa is also now part of the charter school system. There are so many. Another thing that a lot of people don't think about when they think of Marion County is also the Villages charter schools, which encompasses all grade levels. The Villages charter schools actually have almost 1,000 students from Marion County. So we want to count that as one of the opportunities that students have here, especially if they're living in southeast Marion County, in Summerfield, Bellevue, or whatever. It's easier to get there, but there's actually no zone for those. So you can actually go to those schools no matter where you live. The caveat to that is their zone it's for parents that work in the Villages, if that makes sense. So if your parents work in the Villages, your child has an opportunity to go to the village's charter schools. So it's just basically a perk, courtesy of the villages, for parents, because honestly, parents will do absolutely anything for their children's education, and to have that as an extra benefit for working there, that's absolutely fantastic. I know I would probably work somewhere that didn't offer medical or those kind of benefits if my child had a better opportunity for education. And they have just gone on and done a lot of upgrades to their middle school and also high school down there. So if that's something that interests you, maybe you might want to check that out. It is definitely one of the better schools in the entire state. So look into that, folks. Definitely look into that. Aside from that, of course, like I said, we do have Montessori schools. We have Ambleside. We have so many schools that are known throughout the nation, if not the world, as some of the best educational opportunities available. So definitely want to look into those. And what some people are not aware of, the private schools oftentimes do have opportunities for scholarships for children as young as 3 and 4 years old. So that might be something that you can look into as well. There's also certain educational grants that a child can get if they have maybe a speech impediment or a learning disability or something like that, so that they can go to a different school outside of the public school system at no additional charge to their parents. So it's definitely something you might want to consider and look into, no matter if you think you can cover the cost of private schooling or not. Especially if you have multiple children, private schooling can get pricey, and we totally understand that. Now, if you are interested and you'd like more information on the public and private school opportunities, I happen to have all of the schools, both public and private. I have them all listed and their contact information and websites. If you'd like to get a hold of me, I will very happily send that over to you at no charge whatsoever. It's just some info that I have gathered up for people that come into us that are looking to purchase or move here or whatever. It's just to help them out. So if you would like that information, I would be happy to send it over to you. Again, our contact information is GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com, or leave us a comment in the description below. Now, we also have something that's kind of new that all realtors actually have access to. It's a nationwide thing, but it has opened up. It's called RPR, Realtor Property Resource, something like that. Anyway, it is a fantastic tool. It allows us to pull school reports, and it is so fun. It is really, really fun. So the school reports will allow us to go to a school. For me, I'll go to Vanguard and then do maybe a 20-mile radius if people are looking for within the city of Ocala. Okay, cool. You can decide if you just want to do high schools or just elementary schools or just middle schools or all of the above. And you can do like a 1-mile radius, a 5-mile radius, or whatever of a specific address. And then once you have that address, you can also do private schools or public schools or both. It's fantastic. And this information is so good. It will actually compare all the different school options that you have selected, and it shows you how they're graded, what their options are, and even better, the school that you're actually pulling a report about of that specific school, it will actually give you reviews from current and past students. And how great is that to actually hear from the students what it was like or what it is like going to school there. So great. So if you would like one of those, you do have to let me know which school it is or what area it is. So if you want to send me an email for that one, maybe don't put that specific information in the YouTube comments. But if you'd like me to pull that information for you, I would be more than happy to do it. Of course, I can do just a generic one just on, like I said, Vanguard High School and, 20-mile radius. But absolutely fantastic tools. We have such amazing tools that we have the privilege of using as real estate agents, and it's just amazing. The technology is getting so advanced, and it's hard to keep up. I admit it's definitely hard to keep up with everything that we have open to us, but that's how we actually came up with the slogan for our company is expect more from real estate, expect more from your real estate agent, basically, because we get so used to how to do things or how everybody is doing them that maybe people don't even realize the tools we have at our disposal. And that one anybody has to grab that is just amazing. It's an absolutely amazing tool to have because it answers so many questions, even questions you didn't even know you had. So of course, yes, I can definitely send, information about the schools, but that's just information about the schools. It's, their contact information and stuff like that. But what about getting to know the schools from the students there and comparison and stuff from other schools? And that is just fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So I love that. So if you would like any of that information, just go ahead and send me an email. It's GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com, and we will get you that right away. And again, all of this is free of charge, so just let us know what you'd like. Another question that we get is about hospitals. We do have a range of hospitals and healthcare facilities that cater to both the needs of residents and visitors, especially those on I-75. We have Ocala Regional Medical Center, Monroe Regional Medical Center, West Marion Community Hospital. All of this is part of the Ocala Health System. Advent Health Ocala, it was actually known as Florida Hospital Ocala. Anyway, they went through a few name changes. We now have a VA clinic that's over on State Road 200, in case you didn't know. And of course, University of Florida Teaching Hospital, Shands, is building an Ocala hospital just off I-75. So yes, we actually have a lot of options for healthcare here. And we're growing, so we're getting even more. Now, what about the cost of living in Ocala? That we keep going back and forth. Housing, my expertise, is actually still pretty budget friendly. Costs are actually about 12% cheaper than the national average right now. Average monthly rent stands at about $1,550 per month on average here, while the median home price hovers right around $300,000. This affordability, and yes, that is affordable for most places in the world, makes securing a place to live more accessible for all of our residents. About 75% of residents in Marion County actually own their own home instead of rent, and half that number do not even have a mortgage at all, according to Data USA. So that's some really good news. We're happy homeowners here. Utilities, including essential services like energy and telecommunications, are actually about 10% less expensive in Marion County compared to the national average. However, you will notice that City of Ocala utilities are still pretty high. They are higher. I'm sorry, they are. Hate me if you like, but it's the truth. A lot of hospitals in the city have Tico Peoples gas for their heaters, stoves, and dryers. Many throughout the area are actually opting for solar as well. I had the privilege of selling a brand new 5-bedroom home that the owner immediately put solar panels on. And the seller was a forward-thinking individual, if you want to call it that, when it came to utilities. And for that size house, it cost him approximately $45,000 to $50,000 for the entire setup, installation, insurance, warranties, etc. In fact, I loved that the plan included that the solar company will come out and remove and store the panels anytime the roof is replaced, and then reinstall them at no additional cost to the homeowner. That's a really great way of doing things. The payment plan that he had was awesome. His monthly bill was $150, give or take $1. His utility bill from Seco was negative $20 every month. In 10 or 20 years, that house will still have a predictable utility bill. But I'm sure with inflation, the surrounding homes in his neighborhood are going to be looking at substantially higher bills. So while it is right on the border of cost, I think it's an excellent idea to look at alternative sources of power, especially here in the Sunshine State where we have so many bright sunny days, and especially for those that might be within the city limits of Ocala and looking for some options. Just saying. When it comes to everyday necessities, groceries here in Ocala are roughly 8% less expensive than the national average. For instance, I pulled up my Walmart grocery app, and a gallon of milk is priced at $3.05. A dozen eggs go for around $1.13, depending on if you want them like free range or just whatever's on sale at Walmart. And a gallon of gas at the gas station as of today, and according to my husband, for regular unleaded is $3.04 per gallon. Clothing expenses are also approximately 8% lower here in Ocala than with a men's shirt averaging around $21.83 and women's pants priced at roughly $23.70. I actually don't know that many people that would pay that much, but we're going to leave that alone. Healthcare costs, since we talked about hospitals, including services like optometry and dentistry, also remain reasonably priced here. An optometry checkup typically costs around $97.26, while a dentist appointment averages just over $100. For entertainment and personal services, we actually have affordability there as well. A movie ticket, for example, ranges from $6 for 2 movies at the drive-in to $7 at the Marion Theater downtown, $13 at Epic, and so on. A haircut is on average $25.19. I'm not sure if tip is included in that, didn't specify. My husband has never paid more than $10 and would be absolutely scandalized to pay more, so we won't talk about that too much. So while it's all good news there, here's some bad news. As of 2022, the median household income is only about $50,000. The state of Florida median household income is actually over $60,000, so we're lower still. But now back to the good news. This is changing. If you look back at the census over the years, going maybe as far as 2000, you will see that the median income for a household in the county then was only $31,944. Inflation has not hit that much. We're moving up in the world. Between 2019 and 2020 alone, median household income grew from $45,371 to $46,587, which is a 2.68% increase in a very short period of time. So what's the job market like here in Ocala? I get that question a lot. Over the past few years, Ocala has definitely witnessed a significant increase in major corporations with those higher pay grades coming into here. FedEx, Chewy, AutoZone, Dollar Tree, they've all chosen to establish substantial distribution and fulfillment centers here within the county. As also there's a multitude of smaller distribution hubs catering to convenience stores and the beverage sector and other things that have also found a home in this thriving area. So obviously Ocala's appeal is the business hub. The large part of it is the very strategic central location, I-75, the Turnpike, all of this. It offers an access key to the interstate routes that span most of the southeastern United States. So it's really kind of solidified Ocala's reputation as an exceptionally attractive destination for all of these companies and hopefully more. They're drawn especially with all of those advantages. A large part of this all has come from the local Chamber of Commerce in cooperation with the efforts of the City of Ocala and Marion County, so we really want to applaud those efforts. If you're interested in a career here in Ocala, I can send you the link provided to me by the Ocala Chamber that has all of the companies currently hiring and what positions they are hiring for. It's a fantastic resource they are providing. If you're looking for somebody, then please get in touch with them and get added to that list. If you'd like the list, let me know. Send me an email, GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com. Not to mention, of course, we are actively looking for real estate agents to join our brokerage as well. I have a preference for new agents that are ready to learn and really interested in trying new things, but experienced agents are welcome too. If you're interested, just visit our website at GER.ExpectationsRealty.com and click on Join Our Team. I would be happy to talk to you about it. Right now, we are going to go ahead and take a short break. And when we get back, we're going to talk stats for residential sales this week here in Marion County. And of course, all the fun stuff that we can do this weekend. Welcome back. Before we get into the sales stats this week, I want to ask a small favor. If you're enjoying this program, let us know. The website here at the radio station is classichitsocala.com, or if you are watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and leave a comment in the description below. If you are a fan and truly think that we have helped you or educated you or entertained you in some way, please share. On YouTube, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Or you can go ahead and let everyone know about the show on Classic Hits Ocala. Now let's go ahead and jump into the real estate stats for this week here in Marion County over the last 7 days. Currently, there are 2,713 homes available and ready to purchase. That's quite a few. We are trekking right up there. New listings that have hit the market in the last 7 days. This is residential only. 245. Price increases 61. Price decreases 278. Looks like we're getting busy again, folks. Back on the market, we had 60. Sold, we had 198. Expired, we had 15. Leased, a big fat 0 as usual. Pending, 214. Temporarily off the market, 14. Withdrawn, 4. Only 4? Canceled, 34. That's about more normal. National average interest rate is 8.64% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. So you might want to look into that 15-year I'm always talking about, because the interest rate there is only 7.61%. Save yourself a lot of money. Now, what's going on around you today and tomorrow? Oh, there's so much going on. The weather's gorgeous. Every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the corner of 3rd and 3rd downtown, you've got the downtown market, which has free vendors, fresh produce, food trucks, live music, coffee and mimosas. It's pet friendly, it's kid friendly. There's arts, there's crafts, there's all sorts of stuff. So stop on out there if you can. Cops and Cars is going on today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Law enforcement officers in Ocala and Marion County are extending an invitation to the community to join them for the 5th annual Cops and Cars Car and Truck Show, benefiting the Chief Greg Graham Legacy Foundation. This family-friendly event promises a fun-filled day for everyone, so bring your loved ones and enjoy. It's got an impressive display of classic and modern cars. And of course, we'll have delicious food trucks, vendors, music, and so much more. So stop on out there. It is free admission to spectators. Got to enjoy some of that low-cost entertainment that we have here. We also have Brown's Fall Craft Fair. It's 2023, located at Brown & Brown Farms and is part of the Brown's Fall Fest and Mega Maze season. This craft fair is free to park and to shop. On Sunday, beginning at 12 p.m. and running until 6 p.m., this craft fair will have over 100 vendors and a variety of food trucks. It's going to be huge. It's located just outside on the beautiful farm. You can take in all things fall as you wander amongst the variety of vendors selling their crafty creations. Expect everything from fall wreaths and decorations to handmade jewelry. They also have wooden signs and homemade baked goods, and much more. So don't forget that you can take some time out as well and go get lost in the massive maze that they have there. It's so much fun. What a fantastic way to spend a Sunday afternoon. That is it for us for this week, but don't worry, we will be back on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for yet another show. So we will go ahead and see you then.